And trials, adventuring. Is right up my alley.
will be frozen in time.
Everybody stand!
Verdict is...
stone unturned.
Don't get frostbite.
As a good knight should. Yep.
Heard it is?
Everybody stand!
Cool it.
Punishment! Teamwork is
Burn! Ha!
judgment!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Ha! Ha!
I'm going in!
Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Yeah! Lights out.
Oh, so sorry.
Teamwork is
Burn! Ha! Ha!
Where are we headed this time? Coming to be, moment of birth. Here's backup. Check this.
punishment! You can't run! Fire! Well, watch out! Ha! Hey there! Judgment!
Fire it up. Live. Feel this ancient power.
Coming at ya! Attack!
Don't get too close.
You can't run! Coming at ya! Aha! Watch out! Shiver! Yeah!
Supporting fire. Witness my great undertaking.
Judgment!
Coming to be.
Hey there! Chat fire! Well,
Burst forth. Ha!
Run!
Fire it up!
Coming at ya! Hiya! Ha ha! Ha! Watch out! Cha! Good eye.
Is it time to go?
Moments of birth!
As a dutiful maid would.
Here's backup! Don't get too close!
Attack! That's the way. Ha! Hiya! Watch out!
Witness my great undertaking! Fire it up! Live!
Proper send-off! I'm coming at ya! Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. As a good night should.
Feel this ancient power! Supporting fire! Don't get too close!
This one's got your name on it! Fire! Well, with rocks. Watch out!
Moments of birth!
As a durable maid would. Steady as stone. Yep.
Here's backup!
Time to clean up. Watch out! Attack! That's the way.
Feel this ancient power! Burst forth!
I must leave no stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would. Coming at ya! Play's over. Hey, don't be scared. Time to go. No touching. The night is cold, cold. Mine to commit. Boba, get them! All hail! Stars, shine. Eat this! Higher, higher, pants on fire! Nice and spicy! Access denied. Not now. Don't be scared. No touching. Out the frying pan, into the fire! Time to go! Access denied. Blaze over. The night is cold. Cold, mine to command. Nice and spicy. My guiding stars, born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda. Stars, shine for me. All hail.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
Archon reporting for battle.
This is long overdue. Here goes! Clear this!
Pyroclastic surge!
Access denied.
Light up a blazing sun! Incinerate!
Born of ice and frost.
Bring it!
Japan!
Rise with the sun!
Sure.
for me.
Shabam! Bubba, get them! Ready to kill the festival!
I will have order.
Oh, mine's a command, not...
You're toast!
Stabilize.
Don't be scared.
I'm the right hand!
Nice and spicy. My guiding star.
Gather. Order guide you.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
One is fast on one's feet. Try to keep pace.
Solidify!
Laid bare.
This is order.
Shadow Raven!
Gather!
Transfixed.
By royal decree!
Laid bare.
Solidify! Midnight Phantasm. I will have order. Gather!
On, reveal!
Stabilize!
This is where you fall.
Solidify! This is order!
Transfixed.
By royal decree!
have order.
Yeah! Skyward! Laid bare.
By royal
Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Let's make haste.
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
Make way for the Adeptus!
Quit it!
Drop your weapons! Hands where I can...
Whirling down?
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward!
Higher, hands on fire! So rude!
Yeah! Final warning! Sakura swirl! Justice will prevail! Stray clouds converge! Hands where I can...
Take flight!
Scatter!
Time to go!
Make way for the... Don't waste my time.
Let her rip! You went for it! A mystic replace! Fire hazard!
Drop your weapons! Your life is mine!
shall we? Your life is mine. It's nothing. Get back! Shabam! Hands right! Here come the fireworks! The fuse is lit! Don't waste it! Get... Kamisato Ayaka, present. Odds reveal. Justice will prevail. Time for a light show. Goldfish up down. Stop it! Drop your weapons. U.S. by royal decree. Midnight Phantasmagoria! Stop right there! Offensive retreat! Lighter, please. Take flight! Final warning! Hands Pyroclastic surge! Whirling! Hear the echoes of the valley! Stop right there! Wrath from the sky! Final warning! You asked for it! Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! My apologies! Light up the blazing sun! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! Wrath from the sky!
Before.
We are gathered here today to bid farewell to all who lost their lives in this war. This struggle has caused us profound pain and brought us face to face with loneliness and loss. But through it all, Our bravery and resolve never wavered, and we never lost sight of victory. Even the tiniest of sparks can unite to become a blazing fire. They lit our way forward and showed us the path to victory. When our homeland is revived and life blooms again, they will return to us with the first rain of spring. It is just as our poem describes. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation. The fallen are never truly lost to us. We will be reunited one day. And as we create new legends and write new poems in honor of our beloved homeland, they will always be with us. Their deeds immortalized in our memory, and their names immortalized in stone. This epic will be remembered in the actions of every valiant warrior and brave Saurian, all equally important and indispensable. I would also like to take the time to recognize a Fatui harbinger, who sacrificed his life for our cause. He was a warrior from Conria, who helped defend our nation 500 years ago. A man who used his own heart as refuge for the souls of the fallen. For the chance to offer them a final resting place, he chose to fight with us once again. In the end, he fulfilled his wish and returned the souls to the ley lines. By turning his curse into a weapon, he defeated his fated foe and protected me in the process. We have had our differences in the past, and I cannot say his character is representative of all in his organization. But on this occasion, we honor him as one of our own. In Natlan, all heroes are worthy of celebration. Our hero's here. Is there something you want to discuss? The forces of the Abyss have always sought to corrode Tevat. The ley lines were created by the Heavenly Principles, and it's only with their protection that Tevat is able to nurture all forms of life. If the Abyss had free reign, this world would become a living hell. We saw that for ourselves. Any attempt by humanity to harness the power of the Abyss is met with swift punishment. The Heavenly Principles and the Shades show no mercy in that regard. That unyielding approach is also the source of great sorrow and hatred. The situation goes beyond a simple discussion of right versus wrong. Perhaps the truth will reveal itself during your future adventures. Oh, isn't it obvious? The Ode of Resurrection didn't take effect at all. Your own strength is what allowed you to keep fighting, as well as the moral support from everyone in Natlan. Still, moral support is also an important, if underappreciated, effect of the Ode of Resurrection. The captain's subordinates sent us a letter he left behind. After our duel at the stadium, he asked Tsaritsa to remove him from the responsibility of obtaining the Gnosis, and his request was granted. The captain respected the outcome of that match, and refused to violate his principles. But, since this is the final Gnosis, I doubt that Tsaritsa will let the situation stand. Perhaps a replacement Harbinger will be sent here soon. I'll make sure to be prepared. A direct conflict with the Fatui is unavoidable the moment you step foot in Snezhnaya. So make sure you're ready for any scenario. On a related note, I've acquired some new intel about the fragment that suddenly appeared in the sky. Such fragments are known as Ancient Moon's remnants, relics of secret source technology from the era of the ancient dragons. Coincidentally, A small squad of Fatui infiltrated our borders around the same time it appeared. Our investigation revealed them to be the subordinates of the Doctor. Their stronghold is in Nod Krai, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya. The people there can use a very special power. It's said that this mysterious power predates even the 7 elements of Teyvat. Ancient Moon's remnants, the Doctor, a mysterious power. The project that connects all 3 must be ambitious indeed. Huh? Tribe? Oh, you're thinking along the lines of how the names of the 6 heroes were inherited. In truth, apart from a few ancient names associated with a certain tribal culture or tradition, most ancient names can be inherited by anyone. Your name likely falls under that category. The Wyatt will select someone who shares your character and name them as your successor. Of course, that won't happen for a very long time. The long journey of the Pyro Archon has now come to an end. Together, we overcame darkness and death to accomplish as we celebrate your glory. Allow me to thank you once again. This time, just as Mawika. Thank you for the respect, understanding, and support. An honor we share. You can keep chatting with your friends nearby. I think I'll stay here for now and watch over them.
What are you thinking about, Traveler? Oh, the battle, right? Even though we won in the end, it cost a lot to get to this point, huh?
Story! Story! I want to hear a story!
Come on! Tell us! Tell...
Well, you kids don't miss a beat, do you? All right. You can be the first audience for this new tale. Let me know what you think. Now, where to begin?
Want to stop and listen to the story? Sounds pretty fun!
This is a story of the great heroes of our time. There are 3 great heroes at the center of this tale. The first is an outlander known as the Traveler, a warrior of great strength, completely immune to the power of the abyss. More importantly, the Traveler is kind and brave, someone who treasures those around her. You could call her a natural-born hero.
Yeah, she's super strong! Tell us more!
Hey, just let him finish the story! The man telling the story keeps looking this way, Traveler. Paimon thinks he recognizes you.
The second hero is also an outlander. Many years ago, he forged a connection with this land and used his body as a vessel for the souls of his fallen comrades. His goal was to give them a home and, with that, a chance to be reborn into this world. The third hero is none other than our current Archon, Mawika. Not only is she a powerful and respected figure, but she also commands the power of the Ode of Resurrection, which can bring people back from the dead. With the support of 6 heroes from 500 years ago, she united Natlan against a dangerous foe. Now, this story truly begins with the arrival of the Traveler in Natlan. Under her guidance, Kachina performed exceptionally well in the pilgrimage and earned her chance at the Night Warden Wars. Suddenly, the sky turned dark. The sacred flame went out, and Gasoithoth appeared. Everyone gathered at the stadium and sang the Ode of Resurrection together to send their support to the furthest corner of the Night Kingdom. Hermione became known by all, and everyone began reciting the words that defined its message. In the beginning, there was darkness, until someone set themselves aflame. Only then did the universe know light. Anyway, the dust has now settled, and Natlan has entered a new era of peace. The Traveler fought for life, the Captain fought for death, and our Archon, Mawika, created a bridge between them.
Wow! Is there more? Please don't let that be the end!
Sounds like you like this one. Tell you what, give me some time and I'll write it all out in even greater detail.
I loved it! This is the best story ever!
Yeah, and Tumaini is the coolest ancient name. I get to be Tumaini today, okay, guys?
Hey, it's supposed to be my turn! No, it's my turn!
No, it's my turn! I get to be Tumaini today! So, no one wants to be the Pyro Archon anymore?
Sounds fun! What do you say, Traveler? Wanna let Paimon be Tumaini for the day? Alrighty then! Let's go, Paimon! A new adventure awaits!
Ad Astra. Thank you for coming. how to play.
That's quite a crowd over.
Hi everyone. I'm Sansa, and I'm a...
All goes quiet on Star Snatch Cliff. High in the trees. No whiff of the wind. No sign of the birds. No flapping of wings. Then it goes... Pause.
Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. I'm making a complete mess of this. I didn't get tongue-tied.
The 42nd?
Yep. I rehearsed this 100 times to try and perfect my performance. I really thought it would go...
Right. That amount of... Actually, the Traveler here has look and, Paimon can give...
Aww. Just think...
Whoa. This...
well, I'm all ear.
Paimon never knew, and still his...
Fenty.
Ah! Toad Death Bard, where did you come from? Well, Paimon...
A what?
So it must...
I can help too, Ven. And, sorry. I know... Wow! Really?
Huh?
I guess I just lack that... Let me think. Maybe it was a sense of yearning. Back when my parents forced me to stay in my room and study, I'd always hear his wonderful... Yeah. But I get so nervous when I'm performing in front of a crowd. I try to mitigate that by doing plenty of practice to make sure nothing goes wrong. What? But I can't even get my words out.
Exactly.
So, I've got...
In that case, Paimon will be the audience. Paimon is the most...
That was my first ever successful performance. Once the music started, it felt like I became one with the...
The audience definitely felt it too. Look, even that cat came to check out the show. Wait, a cat?
Oh, Charcoal.
What was that in...
Charcoal. You've helped me so much. I feel bad that
fun, like...
I can hardly, but I can't off. Oh,
Hear the echoes of the valley! Just what will we come across this time?
Archon reporting.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to. Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement? Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them Still, once a Fatoos, always a Fatoos. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go... Ahem! What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, Traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say? All right, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Sitlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked? Yeah, Sitlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler. If you manage it, I'll even...
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie.
I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman? Yes, according to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Huitziline created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitziline used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time. That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I needed to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you. Oh, right! The duty that... Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course. So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from
For someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of...
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something! Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home. Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you...
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, booking a... Traveler!
Looks like we came at a bad time. Well, at least we didn't get... Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
Besides, also...
She sure does care a lot about...
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my... It's my duty as a great shaman to check...
Oh, you mean...
then why do I...
What?
I can still hear you. Don't bother. It was just a simple spell. I use it... forget it.
Well, someone asked us.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put...
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy.
From...
Yeah.
Huh?
We were surprised, but with Chef, we still haven't... The historical... She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
And there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
Citlali!
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait. You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so...
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of pull a trick like...
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Eatsley. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't... Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin, if I can resolve the controversy with your support, your friend's heroic...
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the travel...
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you
Talk?
Um...
Fine. I did you decide the angle.
Alright. Alier, you had an idea about where to start.
Oh, well...
Then, Traveler, what do you say to...
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as
But how?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But more
close friends. More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my... All students from Weezeling School of Sham, those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Weeziling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. As my rival, Weeziling only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique...
Oh...
Anyway, don't misunderstand. This duty is important. Excuse you? I fail to see how... Why is it that you're...
Excuse me, Great Shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The Woven Scroll proves it. Weezeling used a mysterious color...
That's just your interpretation.
Weezeling was one of the most powerful
That's the biggest problem! She had a technique that powerful, and
her students are keeping it a secret, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument.
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I give up.
Please don't
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated?
These arguments are precisely why neither side was able to offer anything useful.
Weezeling was still, if the technique... We should check with this...
But as far as I know, most of the shaman...
right.
Is there...
Most of Weeziling's students are respected priests and those who hold the position. If I show up with...
Yeah, but I'm not...
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine. I said I'd help, so I'll
Alright, the rest of you can wait for it.
We appreciate that.
Oh, are you in...
Granny Eatsley?
What is
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially...
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of type.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it?
We should just run!
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatstily will be on her best.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the Traveler and her companion.
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited.
So you can arrest.
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much...
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatstily. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No. You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether...
We're not getting anywhere. What should we...
Huh? Oh.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed...
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatstily as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe.
But
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of...
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, however, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side. Hi there, Elder Tlapo! Hey, he seems pretty happy to see...
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us...
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was with Celine's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other. She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was...
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch...
the more time you have...
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. 200 years and you still... I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task.
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ear.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place.
True, but Granny Eatstily promised to help.
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her.
Hey, don't complain. No.
Forgive me.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on...
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble... I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work. No, that's not it!
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
Haha. You have my thanks, then.
Huh. So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't... But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were...
You think she's like...
No, of course...
Then let me proud enough to pass it...
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm...
Yeah, no objections there.
What's wrong with her?
Master's body of work is... Master had no choice but... So even though... Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the
But if they...
Well, it's the only...
All right.
I'll mark it out on you.
To be honest, I'm not... That's because...
Proving the legitimacy of this...
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose...
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation. Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different...
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family.
Gotta pick the right location. Gotta pick a good date.
Here's to a life where the drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps rolling.
Good date. Gotta pick the right location. Gotta pick a good date. Gotta pick the right location. Gotta pick a good date. Gotta pick the right location. Gotta pick a good date.
Hello, are you Asia Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Wheat Ceiling, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Wheat Ceiling didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so turns out shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all,
Do you know which technique?
I'm not
Just think about it.
Decide the app. Besides, you might have better luck.
Well, looks like we're...
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven...
All we have are not...
Then we have to keep...
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven...
Yeah, you know about...
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. Say what you want about my ancestors, and of course, the Battle of Seven Colors...
We don't need another story. We need something concrete.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Wheat Ceiling, for example.
That means you can tell us where...
Unfortunate.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Miss...
It's unlike, in the words of my
If Whitzelin's...
Yeah, that's disappointing.
hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostek cave?
Oh, yes?
It's been more than 200 years.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostek cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Wheat Ceiling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we...
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre...
Amateur.
Of course.
Once we get there...
Well,
Have you even...
well... What do you think, traveler? Okay, we'll find...
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait?
Great shamans have That's only because I have...
All right, as Miss Setlali...
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied?
Yeah, of course. You really...
Oh, good.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, she's a powerful shaman who's lived for over
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
That's quite considerate of you.
Wait, didn't...
What did you think?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the...
No, Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind-reading issue.
Phew. Hip. Rev the engines!
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
Whoa, this is... Some Sometimes I want the fresh air, but no. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks. Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it, right? You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I... Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should... Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse. That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad!
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Sweet Lolly drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease her. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist?
When you live as long as me, a person is like the color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. Even if the same plot, that's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day. Just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Sweet Lolly.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that. Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one. Travel.
Is something wrong?
Stupid mind-reading side.
Okay, she's definitely drunk.
I'm not drunk. Just gotta think of a response.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us?
Bye.
Alright. This should be the place we just... Who knows if Sweet Lolly will...
Ahem.
Sweet Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
This should be it.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
all the bases. You got it.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find!
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find. Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were...
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Rise like smoke.
Wait, what was that? What is...
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memory.
Correct?
Wheatsealing?
What?
No.
Friends, after all, that is why, with our memories, I have discovered the more cherished, guided by vibe without that capacity. So...
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly?
Take me up!
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Suffer the wrath of Easley!
color-changing blocks. You and see Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. Get 'em!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside this...
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a...
That color.
The die was modified using... Without that power, it's just a normal die. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look?
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, traveler. We make a...
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon.
Shut it! I couldn't...
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place!
What if that was my goal all...
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? But the die in that...
We've received a report that your advertisement in the...
False claims? The die I advertised is an unprecedented...
Unfortunately, even more miraculous.
How?
Calm down.
Sorry, it's just... Fontaine's published. We don't need...
That goes against all of
What if I give...
You're trying to...
I knew if I was just allowed... But now? Huh. I will...
Even when the truth...
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. All I have to do is, once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful.
You mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from a practical...
Shows what you...
since you like...
I knew from the beginning that you would You've lived long. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and in my version...
That's not...
That's a no...
Done running your mouth?
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right.
Wait!
The captain, united in the pursuit of Mora.
Regrator?
This man...
It's all been a lie from the
I don't care.
Light it up! As one with wind and cloud, bring it!
I guess this is it.
Get to work! You two! Time to end this! Light up the blazing sun!
My work. Finished.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Eatsley! They could give Regrator a run for his Mora!
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on... Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey! What about our contract?
Our boss never... Go home and read the...
You...
The other stipulation... Oh, and for security purposes, All explosives have been rigged to blow.
What? This whole place.
You were supposed to wait until I made it out! Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll...
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, let's see. Seat Lolly! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? The one... You're right. Lead the way...
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of... If you cannot...
I knew it!
I appreciate...
This is no time for a reunion. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand.
What do you... You just need to...
The maze you saw... When people leave, these connections are particularly strong between comrades. That is how I created my... But... If this space... Because there are no...
Over.
Well...
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace.
Sweet Lolly.
But your special...
So you think...
After what But you... I'm getting the feel...
Sweet Lolly.
You...
That color is more specific than truth. Yes. You are So I wanted to...
Your color.
One day.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
See, Lolly, what are...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit...
But you could...
I know. But my memory is just a blank canvas. Traveler?
When you entered after 200... The Night Kingdom, this means that...
What did you...
Although she does... That was enough to... Well, see, Lolly...
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Seat Lolly's voice!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Seat Lolly!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time! Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing up.
Hello?
It's one of Maluson's employees! Quick!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea, Mom. I'm so glad.
Either way,
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not...
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Huh. Unless he's Traveler.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Maluson!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance! No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now.
Don't worry, Huitzilin's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope. Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a...
What are you saying, See?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real...
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with...
I know that.
As your friend, I admit. I don't have long, Sipali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. I know you will understand one day. For now...
Just this once. I understand now, Wheat Ceiling. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon?
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
I hope everyone remembers your color, too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll! Hold on! You've lived for more than 200 years.
Oh, well, it's not the fact that it turned into some kind...
You've carried the...
travel. The essence of passing the technique on to some... Even though I... And, well...
Oh, yeah.
It was her... But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll. Despite... I knew exactly what he was doing. And this time, though... Take this.
What is it?
If I had... Countless people exist. Since you have a long life, just keep it safe.
Whoa.
Isn't that what...
Okay.
Actually, they're sharing sense, although I didn't know it at the time, and that connects...
So, you can hear... And that's why the trap...
Quick thinking. That's why There's no need to worry.
Oh.
I lied. Here... So, after everything we just went through, I knew it. Since the connection... It'll probably take some time, though. So, besides, I'm an open book. A shame? I mean, if no promise...
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light.
Ah, wow! The Elder Talapo.
Yeah, we should explain.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task, Admiral.
All right, we'll leave that to you.
And please pass along. We interrogated him. He hired people. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy. Anyway, that clears it up. People.
Until we meet again.
You told him.
Yep.
You could have just said it was a gift. I guess he is.
There you are. I've been looking.
Oh, it's the other
Please, come. I'll be heading back to. I'd like to ask some questions about.
Questions?
Don't misunderstand. I believe amazing stories deserve to.
All right, you.
Important.
Oh, thank you very much.
Another day?
Oh, that!
You're telling, but...
Of course!
Sent to me.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking. I've read almost every novel from Yai Publishing House.